Hello all, welcome back to another video and welcome to Sammy G's World of Cinema. Today on the channel, part 11 of my Blu-ray collection series. I hope everybody has been enjoying this Blu-ray collection series. The first title I've got to show, these next couple I just picked up from HMV the other day. Mother and Son does seem like an intriguing film. The director is June Femi, I think it is. I don't think I've seen anything from like this director before, so it could be like an interesting watch. So I picked up the film herself. I heard this is a really good film, this, guys. I've Claire Dunn. I have been waiting till the price is reduced for a canny while. Lady Bird, one of A24's finest for me. It is an absolutely beautiful drama piece that has got a little bit of dark comedy going on in this. We focus on this protagonist, Christine, played by Cerise Ronan. Brilliant job in this. I think the actress who plays the mother in this, is it Laurie Metcalf, I think it could be, and she delivers a great performance. They don't have like the best relationship in this film. Her mother she's quite over worrying about like her daughter. She wants to go and socialise with this new group of friends, and she's best friends with like this girl called, is it Jolie, played by the same actress who was in the film Booksmart and that new film Drive Away Dolls from one of the Coen brothers. Also got Lucas Hedges and Timothy Chalamet is in this. Is fantastic film, guys. I love the score from John Bryan, who also did the score for Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. Greta Gerwig directs this. Absolutely smashes it out of the park. Coming of age film, this one. So the farewell family orientated film, quite an emotional film where the family members that are gathered together because the grandmother in this is terminally ill. I think it's based off like a true story. This Lulo Wang, which I don't think I've seen many of like this director's other films. Zola, again, another A24 film. I don't really know too much about this one, guys. I'm kind of going into it completely blind, but I've heard it's a really solid film, this one. Another of Sean Baker's films, Red Rocket. Simon Rex, man, he puts in a great performance, even though he's not the most likable lead character, but reunited with, like, I think it's like his his ex-wife, and I think his mother as well, and so he's kind of come back into like their life, but he also falls for this like this girl that works at like this donut store. It's a really interesting, quirky film. This comical value going on here as well. I loved again the colour palette sequences, just like with the Florida Project. I've got to say, I don't think Homer Simpson would be too happy where that donut's been, I don't think. This film has a love or hate relationship with the film community. Myself, I think it's a very solid film. Didn't really abide to the ending, unfortunately, but everything up until the final 10 minutes of the film I did really enjoy, to be fair, and that's Men. Not going to be a family viewing by any means, especially the last 10 minutes. Jessie Buckley, that just had a bit of a harsh divorce, I think, with like her husband, and she goes to like this countryside, stops at this like accommodation for I think like a week or something, and then she finds that some of these visitors that she's stumbled upon are not all what they seem, and it really makes for a whole new like kettle of fish, really. Pretentious elements to it, but I think on the whole it's a very solid story. I think it's a really interesting, intriguing film. I think some of the folk score to this is beautiful, but it is not going to be for everyone, guys. Rory Kinnear does a pretty good job in this as a film. Unfortunately, I haven't got round to seeing, lol, but I think I've had this in the collection for a canny while now, and that's Seven Psychopaths. Really solid cast. Colin Farrell, Sam Rockwell, Woody Harrelson, Christopher Walken, directed by Martin McDonagh, who directed the Banshees of Inisherin, In Bruges and Three Billboards, and they are all three excellent films. I have no doubt in my mind I will really like this one. One of my favourite films of all time. Could potentially be my second or third favourite Martin Scorsese film. The 3 hours just fly by. Wolf of Wall Street, great blend between comedy, drama, it's politics, it's got a bit of crime in there as well. It's just a really amazing film. Leo just dominates in the role as Jordan Belfort, and Margot Robbie, she's absolutely gorgeous in this film. I absolutely love her. The pacing and the runtime doesn't outstay its welcome. Scorsese is just one of the greatest directors ever, and it's because of films like this. Jonah Hill, Matthew McConaughey, Rob Reiner, really great cast, and yeah, it's a film that's quite quotable. It's got its laugh out loud moments. A bit of a Tarantino stack now. The next one, I hated this film the first time I watched this, but I watched it again and I absolutely loved it. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, a love letter to cinema itself, and especially 1960s Hollywood. I really didn't realise the final act of the film was actually based off like a real life event, which was very shocking. Leo is absolutely great as this actor whose career is on a little bit of a decline, and Brad Pitt's character, probably my favourite in this. He goes to see one of I think it's one of the former actors or someone he knew way back when. That scene a little bit extreme afterwards. Margot Robbie, I love the scene when she's just walking into that theatre. Yeah, and again, one that where the runtime just doesn't outstay its welcome. I do remember absolutely loving this film. I saw it at the Odeon in Huddersfield. The Hateful Eight, absolutely fantastic. Possibly one of my favourite Tarantino films, although I do need to go back and revisit Quentin Tarantino's filmography. All these characters just in one room, and they're telling their own stories or version of events, it just in a circle. Cinematography in here, especially the snow, is beautiful. I love the look of the cabin as well. Again, you've got an absolutely stellar cast here, guys. Sam Jackson, Kurt Russell, Jason Lee, Tim Roth, Bruce Stern, Michael Madsen. I picked this up for about £3, new and sealed from H&V a few years back. So yeah, and the score from Ennio Morricone is excellent in this as well. That's The Hateful Eight. Reservoir Dogs, yeah, absolutely great film this. Again, I just love how we are just focusing on all these characters individually. They get enough screen presence within what's the runtime? 90 minutes. The soundtrack is amazing. It's Stuck in the Middle with You. That's iconic scene with Harvey Keitel, and goes absolutely bonkers. And Tim Roth, Steve Buscemi, Michael Madsen's in there as well. Just goes all in with the violence. And Quentin Tarantino brought this out the year before Pulp Fiction. This man was just at his absolute peak in the 90s. Absolutely cracking film. I've heard the 4K transfer to that is absolutely mint as well. And the film, again, I've only seen the once, but I'm definitely overdue a rewatch of it. A similar ilk to The Hateful Eight in regards to it being a Western, and that's Django Unchanged. I've also got a little bit of a shout out to John over at Mondo Chelovek, because John did a ranking video of Tarantino's films a while back, so I'll leave a link in the description down below. Jamie Foxx, Christopher Waltz, Leo, Sam Jackson. Background artwork there, if the camera will pick it up there. Also, guys, I'll give a shout out to Carlos Eastwood for Life fan, because I know he's massive into his westerns. Carlos, if you are watching this, do let me know your thoughts on this film, by the way. Pam Grier and like these other characters played like by Sam Jackson, Robert De Niro, like on the hunt for like $500,000. A drug investigation, drug deal that goes on in this film as well. Yeah, I've only seen it the once. It is overdue a rewatch from me, but I do remember really loving this one, guys. I consider this to be one of Tarantino's underrated efforts, in my opinion. Great cast, this one. Pam Grier, Sam Jackson, Robert Forster, Bridget Fonda, Michael Keaton and Robert De Niro. So you've got an absolute stellar cast to this. And I've got a bit of a thank you again to Roy at Blu-Ray Movies, who I actually won this through like his mini giveaway. So yeah, thank you so much again, Roy. And I think Roy has been going through Quentin Tarantino's filmography in recent times as well. I'll leave a link to Roy's channel as well, by the way, guys. He's got a fantastic channel as well. I remember this being absolutely superb, with a banging soundtrack like you would expect in a Tarantino movie there. Tarantino, a little bit of A24, a little bit of drama as well in there. So thanks for watching, cheers for stopping by, and until next time, I'll see you for the next video. Bye bye.